Hi furry friends, and welcome back to my channel. So I'm not going to be showing my face in today's video. I just don't feel like it. You guys might have seen my community post from last week, but Cash did pass away. I just have a picture of him up on the screen right now for the intro in case you guys didn't know this was Cash. And I just don't feel like being on camera today still, and also sorry if I sound weird. My nose is stuffed up and I can't breathe out my nose. But today's video, I'm going to be talking about the dangers every pet owner should know. I'm going to be talking about things that can be harmful to your pet. So first I'm going to be talking about bendy bridges, and also some of these pictures I add throughout the video may be a little bit graphic or upsetting, but I just wanted to show them for educational purposes so you guys can see truly how dangerous these may be. So bendy bridges, people use them, they've been using them laid on their side to divide the substrate in their tank or for aesthetic purposes, but unfortunately they contain gaps between the wood pieces, and hamsters are getting their paws stuck and seriously injured in them, getting their paws stuck between the gaps. I've seen some people fill the gaps with glue or moss, but I wouldn't consider that safe either. I would be afraid that my hamster would chew it or swallow it, so avoid using these. And homemade popsicle toys may also contain gaps or glue that could be an issue if a hamster chews it with the wood. So next I will be talking about balloons. So balloons pose a hazard not just for domestic pets such as dogs or cats, but also wildlife and farm animals. Many people do balloon releases in remembrance of someone or in celebration, but the danger of this is that these balloons eventually fall back down to the earth, like to grazing animals such as cows, horses, etc. They will ingest these balloons as they lose air and fall into their grazing fields. If these deflated balloons fall into water, fish, ducks, turtles, etc. can ingest pieces of these. It causes choking, obstruction, and death. They can also become entangled in the string of the balloons, which can seriously injure them or result in death. Next is the hamster seesaw toy, and I will be adding a picture that is upsetting, so if you don't want to see that, but I encourage you to still try to watch it because it shows what happens if you use things like this. So this is a recent case of a woman's hamster getting its head stuck underneath the seesaw, and unfortunately the hamster passed away. We don't really know the safety of some of these toys that look cute, but with their small openings they may cause injuries or deaths in our small pets. So I recommend, if you want to use these toys with hamsters, reserve it for playtime in a playpen where you can supervise if there is an emergency. There are other enrichment activities in many of the toys that can benefit. Many of these toys are for the benefits of thinking that they need entertained. I use lots of small toys and props with my hammies, etc., but never unsupervised. And this is what happened to this hamster from using the seesaw unsupervised. Okay, so next we'll be giving your dog a bone. I have a few pictures for this, but I will show this right now. This is large bone fragments causing a bowel obstruction. So I know as raw diets have become popular, we see more people encouraging giving your dog bones, but this info comes from actual vet cases and what they see when you give your dog a bone. Dogs are having shards of bone breaking their teeth at their gum line. Here is a picture of that. And another one. And puncturing their throat. This can cause infection in the mouth and result in pain and very expensive root canals needing to be done. Also, even if a bone is raw, it can still be swallowed and cause obstruction in the bowels. This is a common thing seen by vets now. This is not only serious but costly for you and your pet. It can result in injury to the bowels, perforations, and effects to their ability to digest. Okay, next we have loose substrate in leopard geckos. So this results in obstructions and hernias. Never house reptiles on sand or any other loose substrate such as sand. This picture is from an exotic vet hospital by Dr. Lauren Thielen. Hopefully I pronounced the name right. While they are alone in their cage, so this is what has happened to this leopard gecko by ingesting sand. Lastly, I will be talking about GMOs in foods. Sorry if you hear the guinea pigs in the background, but GMOs are genetically modified food. They go hand in hand with herbicides and pesticides, which we know can cause cancer and endocrine disorders in humans. So if it can cause that in us, animals are at risk too. They are much smaller and metabolize quicker than we do. These pictures are of rats that were fed GMO corn and the tumors they developed. Some argue that these particular rats are prone to tumors. Pet foods contain GMOs unless strictly stated otherwise. Non-GMO food actually has stricter guidelines to follow than foods labeled organic. I have recently transferred my small pets to non-GMO pellets. Even if you make your own mint, flax, soy, corn are GMO unless stated as so. This also includes any fresh fruits and veggies you offer. I encourage you to research, round up lawsuits, and really delve into the dangers of the GMO products. So that is all I have for today's video, but if you guys like this sort of content, like knowing the dangers to your pets, I can definitely make a part 2 about other animals. So let me know if you guys would like that, and I will see you guys next week. Bye, furry friends.